I'm starting to be like, it's like Memento and everything's becoming clear. And and what is more matriarchal than the feeling of like, I've been wronged, you know? Oh, wow. It's another episode of Good Enough and not just any episode. It's the episode post Mother's Day. And I don't know if your era has to do with Mother's Day, Natasha, but mine does.
What happened?
Well, first, before we get into that, have you listened to our episode with the Tiger Sisters on the Tiger Sisters podcast? Please head over there and listen. These girls are inspiring. They like, after you do their podcast, they have like a questionnaire to answer. They're doing all sorts of things that we could never dream of doing. Head over to the Tiger Sisters and figure out how to become rich. I've started listening to their podcast. I really like it. They've got great guests. And it should be mentioned at the same time that we have better guests, that we are also good and that we are worth listening to. Like, subscribe, but most of all, listen to this. Mother's Day, I'm starting to feel. How did you feel on Mother's Day?
Well, I have a problem with Mother's Day, particularly with my husband, because, he's been out of town working on a job in Savannah, and he came home for these 5 days, and I said, "Oh, it's great. You're going to be here for Mother's Day." And he's like, "Oh my God, I need to make sure I see my mom." And then he starts like trying to figure out how he's going to see his mom. And then he surprised her with balloons. And he's like obsessed with Mother's Day being a time for him and his mom.
No.
And I'm like, this is wrong. This is the wrong. You need to graduate from this. Mother's Day is my day. I am not your mother, but I am
your new mom.
I'm the mother of your child. And so he was very concerned about his mom. So he went there, surprised her the day before. And then we went to this party, and all the moms were saying all the things that their husbands had planned. So then Moshe was like, the next morning on Mother's Day, he's like, "You have a massage at 9 a.m. because that was the only time they had left.
Yeah. You have a massage at 4 a.m.
So he did drive me to a massage, and then I drove him to the airport, and then I spent the rest of the day with my daughter laying on the couch watching Young Sheldon, and then we ate macaroni and cheese.
That seems good. Did you feel good in your body at the end of Mother's Day?
I was just really exhausted.
I want to say this. Mother's Day, along with New Year's Eve, along with all of your birthdays, is like this mind trick to make you go inwards and question whether or not you have it all. And without the day, you're like, it's great. But like first of all, the ask of motherhood is, like life, too tough an ask. Like the ask of being a parent, like an active parent, it's like, it is too tough an ask, so that when you say like, on this day, you're going to feel great about it, is false advertising. And that's what Mother's Day seems to be like in the ethos. It's like the day that the mother feels absolutely. Shauna's mom texted that morning and said, like, "I hope you feel appreciated on this day." And as soon as I read this text, because Shauna takes Mother's Day, I take Father's Day. As soon as I read the text from her mother that said, "I hope you feel appreciated on this day," I heard like the drums from White Lotus play. And I said, "Oh, fuck."
Like, that's pressure for you.
It's pressure for me. It's pressure on her. It's pressure. She said, like, by the boys. "I hope you feel appreciated by the boys." I'm like, the 2-year-old, let me tell you, the way Shauna's day started, the way my day started, I go, okay, it is your Mother's Day. So even though I have problems with you about the way you reacted to a balloon situation on Friday, I'm putting that away. It is Shauna's Mother's Day. What happened on Friday, you ask?
Yes.
So last week was Netflix as a joke. Again, too tough an ask. There's a comedy festival in LA. I live in LA. I work during the day. My day starts at 6:30 in the morning when the 2-year-old wakes up. But then there's a comedy festival in town. Usually you go to a comedy festival, you're in Montreal, you're drinking till 3 a.m. maybe. I don't know. You're laughing till 3 a.m. at least. You are sleeping till 11. No, now the circus is in town, and I am exhausted in the night. I'm exhausted in the day. And and so Friday rolls around and I am depletia. I am the poem that is posted on our Instagram Good Enough PCast by Natasha in the format of Rupi Kaur that Olivia, our producer, beautifully put together. It's called Husk, and it's you are emptied. You are absolutely hollowed, emptied, and dry. And that's how I felt. But I'm a cutie, so of course I also bought a helium tank from CVS.
In your exhaustion, you made it.
Don't sleep. Deals, 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 small section. Don't sleep on that receipt that CVS prints out because every now and then there's a 40% of full price item, which means you can get a huge helium tank, blows up 50 balloons for like $20. So I've got that helium balloon. I'm
That is
Husk.
such a dad purchase. Like no mother is going to, those things are heavy too. Nobody
No,
wants that in their house.
Natasha, that is a mother statement. The thing is lighter than a feather, stiff as a board.
Not the one I saw at Michael's.
But it's full of helium, which is a floating
Okay, so you have a
situation.
helium tank at your house now.
I'm going to Michael's. I'm going to fact check this heavy helium tank. I couldn't believe how light it was. It's like a party time pink tank, and I'm filling up helium balloons to give to my kids because I'm full of magic, but I'm also exhausted. So I'm like, this is going to be playing the part of your other parent tonight, this balloon. So I fill Wolfie's in the outdoor bath. I'm filling up the balloon. Rowan's so excited. I tie it to his wrist on a ribbon. Now, here's the problem with this. Our dog Cowboy believes balloons are like, I don't know, balloons will murder. Like whatever the placeholder is for like must kill balloon. So he's like jumping up and down, and Rowan's got the thing tied to his wrist, and I'm like walking towards Wolfie. Not my eyes on Rowan, and Rowan starts crying. Ah! And I'm like, oh my God, did Cowboy bite Rowan? AKA, are we putting Cowboy down? And Shauna runs out hearing Rowan cry. And I'm like, what happened? I go to Wolfie, who's looking at Rowan. I'm like, what happened? And Wolfie's like, I couldn't see. It was behind the bush. And Shauna's like, did you tie that to his wrist and just like disappear? And I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? I go, no. I'm like checking the security footage to see what happened. And then I check while I'm checking to see Cowboy didn't bite Rowan. Rowan was just afraid because Cowboy was jumping up. But Shauna goes, that was not smart, and walks away. And I'm like, okay, the roast of your wife. Okay. What the fuck? What? You just came out here to say that wasn't smart? Sure, it wasn't smart. Do you know in trouble I would be if I did that to her? So in trouble. So then I calmly and tiredly, and like a girl who was bleeding so heavily on the first day of her period that my friend that I'm writing this movie with sent me a picture of the bathroom that I used and was like, that feeling when Sabrina Jalees got her period at your house. And there's like fingerprints of my blood on her expensive door. I'm unraveling, and I'm like trying to just like use my tools. And so I say to her Friday night, I go, babe, I just want to say that's pretty annoying to be dealing with that and have you come out and say that was stupid. And she gives me a classic my wife apology. Good enough, Hive. Rise up if you have this dynamic. You're a perfect angel. You say to your partner, I want an apology. What do you get? You get sort of like this, like, okay, all right, babe. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And it's like,
I do that.
It's fucking awful. It's fucking, just don't even go there if that's what you're going to do, because you have the transcript will read like you did something, but what you actually did was nothing. You did nothing. You just kind of like made fun of the reaction and like faked what it would sound like maybe if a better actor read the line. And so then I'm like, you know what? I shut myself down at 8 p.m. I wake up at 8 a.m. I've got a full tank of sleep. I'm ready for a good day. This is Saturday, the day before Mother's Day. But it's all bubbling. bubbles, you know? It's like all
Mhm.
bubbling under the surface is me being like, that helium balloon situation was fucked up and I'm bleeding and she's perimenopausal. And we've also been riding on this high of like feeling like as lesbians slash she's, if I said that, she'd be like, I'm not a lesbian. But like as women who married women, have we got it figured out or what? But here we are. Mother's Day is approaching. She's Perry, I'm Peary, and we're and it's salty, and I'm like waking up on Sunday just like I'm like, okay, well this is her day, so I'm just gonna forget about, just let my dreams of this apology float away like the helium balloon did up in the sky. And I'm up at 6. I got this like little mug kit. So the boys did little mugs. Rowan's was so ugly. He just did not know when to stop. He is too. I should have told him to stop, but he just went so bananas with it that it was just like, there's no way. We got to throw it out. But we can't. It's like now just a piece of trash we have to keep for, I don't know, a month. And wake Shauna up, and the mugs are in these cardboard boxes. And Rowan immediately, we don't wake Shauna up. Shauna wakes up. Rowan throws the mug, the corner of the cardboard, heavy cardboard, goes straight into her eye that did not even have time to blink.
Oh my
So
God.
that is how her Mother's Day started. Okay. But like cute, there's like, I got pictures printed out. I did the good things. Like I have been indoctrinated into a family, her family, that is like, we celebrate things. So I come from immigrant family where it's like, I'm lucky if my parents wire me $100 on my birthday. My mom this birthday wrote me the day before being like, I might forget tomorrow. So happy birthday today. It's like not sentimental, but like I'm doing
That's
it.
a good addition, don't you think? That
Oh,
Sean.
totally. Yeah, the better thinker should win. And the better thinker in this case is celebrate things. However, the amendment to that, does it not sometimes give us this delusion that things are going to feel better on this day, or that all of a sudden you're going to be like on your birthday, you're going to be treated exactly the way you wanted to. You're going to feel in your body this wholeness that wasn't there. And it's like, that is the fallacy. And that I think is why my parents' ethos is like, well, just ignore it so that you don't even have to feel pressure to feel that. Anyways, I'm sorry that I'm taking so long, but all this to say, I make Irish sausages for breakfast. And then instead of coming out to eat the sausages, Shauna goes to the cupboard and starts taking down the cups that I have taken out of the poorly loaded dishwasher that I loaded in the morning, thinking, look at how great I am. I've put the kitchen away. And she starts like one by one taking the cups, the clinking of the cups, and I'm sitting there watching the breakfast get cold. And then I have my little mentee bee.
So she woke up and just wanted to redo the dishes in the right way.
Okay, so I can see you're already on her side.
Well, I'm just like, okay, I get it. So you're having your mentee bee.
I'm
You're
having my
like,
mentee bee. My mentee bee is, and it's back again loaded with the balloon, as you know.
mm-hmm.
Imagine never being able to let go of this balloon situation.
And
That's
you
me.
could have told her in the moment, can you please not talk to me like that? Like,
She didn't say anything to me.
she said that was
Oh, yeah. No. I told her in the moment. I said, that sucks. Say sorry. And she was like, yeah, okay,
okay.
girl. Okay, psycho. So then Psycho did. Then Psycho did erupt, because there is something again, like with, you know how like the fall from grace is like more painful when the higher the pedestal. And
Mm.
there has been this thing that I've been feeling specifically where I'm like, lesbians this is their life hack, baby. And now here I am on Mother's Day. And although Mother's Day is not my day, I'm looking at this breakfast get cold. And I'm saying to myself, I do a lot of shit that mothers do, don't I? I'm a really I'm actually a fucking mother. I'm starting to be like, it's like Memento and everything's becoming clear. And and what is more matriarchal than the feeling of like, I've been wronged, you know? And it's all come together. And I get up and I'm like, you know what? I know this is your day, but this is really fucking rude. Okay? I put this breakfast together. I don't know this. And you the cups. And she's like, well, it's not clean. The way you do this is like not. And I'm like, the way I do this? And then I disappear. And then we have classic in the bedroom sort of like moment of like, here we are on Mother's Day. And it's not, you know, we're both martyrs. um, and we kind of got to the place. I think like I'm just married to someone, and maybe you are this person in your relationship. I'm like, I need to accept on my end, it's time release Tylenol. It's not quick. I'm never going to get it quick. I'm always trying to get quick so that we can get to the other, but it's like, it's all, you know, helium balloon Friday. Maybe in a week, girl. Maybe in a week we'll be having a glass of wine and she'll be like, that did suck. But
so that's kind of what you want. You want a genuine apology.
yeah, not like a fake ass one, of course. And for me, it's like, it doesn't
Maybe
cost
she
that
wants
much.
you to admit that you won't do that again and that was maybe an unsafe thing to do, especially because the dog. I'm just living her truth, you know.
She's calling right now.
Do you want to tell her I'm taking her side?
I'll tell her later. I can't give her that status. It's only Tuesday. I'm gonna go time release now. I'm gonna tell her next Tuesday that you took her side on this Tuesday.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to somewhat live through it. And
yeah, it's really like, it's so interesting where it's like in the moment how flared up it feels, and then the punctuation of Mother's Day. And so I think, I don't know, maybe let us know if you relate. Did Mother's Day feel absolutely incredible or kind of dilapidated at one point for you? I mean, it sounds like for you it was kind of dilapidated too.
I mean, to be honest, I enjoyed just laying around all day and not having to do anything.
Yeah, great.
But my daughter did watch TV all day with me.
That's also great. Great is the enemy of good.
Well, then I guess I had a great Mother's Day.
Okay, well, look, I'm happy for you to win. I certainly did not win Mother's Day.
Well, we got through it. We know it's for the mom, not for the grandma.
Oh
And
yeah, not for the grandma, it's for the mom. But it is also like, he could just, what we did, like Shauna just sent all of our moms like a tulips.
that is very classy.
It is.
I did not do that.
Yeah, the other moms can get acknowledged for sure, but if you are married to someone who's raising your child, then, or if anyone's raising your child, then you put the shine on that mom. Always the younger mother should always get the shine.
Yeah, I love that. Well, what's on our agenda today, Sab?
Wait, do you have an era? Your era
Oh,
was your Mother's Day.
well, I guess I sort of piggybacked onto yours.
Yeah, that's great. On the agenda is something that you're bringing to the table. Do
Oh,
you have it
right.
to share?
Yes. So, we've been working on, and when I say bullying, I mean like mean girl stuff. You know,
Mm-hmm.
your house is small. I don't like your hair.
You've
Oh,
been working on getting her to say those things.
no, her like when the girls are mean to her and excluding
Yes.
her.
Yeah.
So we got this book. Surprisingly, it came from the American Doll. I think I talked about it before. Like those American dolls. They
Yeah.
also have books because I was looking on Amazon, like how to deal with mean girls, and they had this book, and I ordered it, and we've been reading it, and it has all these different situations. And then there was, for when people are saying mean things to you, instead of getting upset or activated, because that's another thing that, I think kids have to learn is that people like to say mean things to the person who's going to get very upset by them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people are looking for that sort of activated thing. So we went through them and we were practicing some of the comebacks. So I had her read them. Maybe we could play it and we can. And you know
Oh
what's
my
funny
God,
about
yes.
these? They work
Yeah.
for adults when
Let's
adults are
go.
mean.
Let's go.
Okay, let's hear them.
Clever comebacks. When dealing with a bully, you don't want to be aggressive, but you don't want to be a pushover either. Find a few words on the list that fit your personality and use them. Number 1. Really? Serious? Oh, please. That's just wrong. Shaking head. Dude, right back at ya. Having a bad day. Okay.
Oh,
Happy
yeah.
now. So rude. That's impressive. Not. Are you done? That's some negative energy you got. There should be a rule against that. What's your deal?
Ooh.
That's your opinion. FYI, it's a free country.
FYI, it's a free.
Not cool. Point your ear. I can't hear you. There's no nice way to respond, so I won't. Yes, that's what I was hoping for. And you have a great day.
I love, and you have a great day.
And you have a great day. Honestly, all of these are perfect responses that I should have said to Shauna when she came out and said, that's not smart. Oh, please. What's wrong with you? It's a free country. I can tie as many balloons to my child and let a dog eat him as much as I want.
How about right back at you?
Right back at you. That's your opinion.
I also like having a bad day.
Having a bad day.
Also, that's some negative energy you got there.
That's some negative energy you got there is so perfect. Also, I was thinking, kiss my ass feels like something our kids should be able to say. Kiss my ass.
Yeah. What could they say instead?
Kiss my booty hole?
Ew.
Ew. No, not that.
I kind of like, okay.
Okay. That is good. It's always good to make the other person feel like they're going losing their mind.
Right. Like if someone's like, you're not invited to the play date tomorrow. I just wanted you to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Also like.
That's really good.
Or having a bad day.
having a bad day.
But I do think scripts are good. And by the way, I don't know if she's really used these, but you know, they're in her arsenal now.
Oh my God. Preparation is everything. Preparation is they're in all of our arsenal now. I think it's so cool. And the fact that the American Doll people know their demographic, they're like, these girls are getting bullied. Any 9-year-old that's carrying around this doll needs okay.
I know they have like a million books. Like they have so many. It's kind of interesting how many resources there are out there because how would you know what to say, you know? And
I think it's so smart. I'm so glad that you did that. And by the way, your daughter has voiceover voice. I mean, if I write a book, she's reading the audiobook. It's so cute. Wolfie was wearing a big Carmen Sandiego style hat today. Last week we went to Universal Studios for Fan Fest. If your kids love One Piece, which Wolfie did, there's like at Waterworld here in Universal Studios Hollywood does like a One Piece show. You'll be a star.
What's One Piece?
One Piece is like a Japan anime show that's on Netflix. They have a live action now. The kids are really into it. Okay. So I spent all day Thursday basically at Universal Studios. Little hack: if you if you have like a pass and you want to like break up the day and do like the day and the evening at Universal, you get basically free parking if you buy a movie ticket to the movie theater at City Walk. So I got Sheep Detective tickets at 4, took a nap.
Where'd you take a nap?
In my seat next to these women in their 30s that I'm like, they were mad when I woke up because I probably was on their bodies.
You took a nap during the movie?
Yeah, I bought the movie ticket so I could nap. Wolfie watched the movie, and then we went back to Universal.
Air-conditioned nap.
Yes, dude.
But also, I don't think there's that many people who would really want to spend all day at Universal City Walk.
I got bamboozled. Wolfie made me promise to pick him up at 2 p.m. and then I did the math. Like, that meme with all the formulas? That was me driving to pick him up at 2. I'm like, wait, if I'm picking him up at 2, but the One Piece show is at 8:15 p.m., and then that's when I came up with the movie theater nap.
Okay.
But whoever those 30-year-olds were beside me, those women, you know what? When you go to Sheep Detective at 4:50 at Universal City Walk, expect a lady to sleep on your arm. I don't like you think I like waking up and seeing your face be mad at me? Just move my head. The lounges are big. There was space for my head. If I got on your arm, then
And
see what you mean.
Care? Did he feel like you were checked out, or he was just excited?
Oh, he was excited. And then he was mainly excited for one piece. Then I took him to go do Netflix as a Joke radio at like 10 p.m. because I couldn't figure out how to get him back home. So he was with like Eric Andre, and it was all about hot balls. And anyway, I put him in the makeup room, and it was an exciting day of his life. He picked up a bunch of free merch. Anyways, all this to say, God, wow. Thank you guys so much for listening and walking along the long roads I take you and Natasha down sometimes. Because all I wanted to say was he bought this big ass hat from Universal Studios because it's this yellow sort of Carmen Sandiego style hat. It's not cool. Shauna, as soon as I brought it home, was like, why the fuck did you buy this? I'm like, he loves it. He said he's going to wear it. I'm like,
you're like, FYI, it's a free country.
It's a free country. And anyway, she was the first bully because he was like, I'm going to wear this to school. And then he comes to me and he's like, Mama said, she's like asking why I want to wear it to school. And I'm like, tell her it's a free country. He was excited about it. Anyway, he wore that. And then now he found an even bigger white giant, like a hat that like is like for a retired woman in Miami. It's like, that's the style hat that he's into now, which I think is really cool. But on the way to school this morning, I was like, just so you know, like some people might be jealous of your hat. And he was like, what do you mean? Why would they be jealous? And I'm like, I bet a lot of kids your age don't have hats that big. So some kids
wear it indoors.
Yeah, he's wearing it full to school. He's going to be bumping into everyone. I'm telling you, the brim is like from side to side. The brim is like 2 feet. It's like as wide as he is tall.
I cannot get my daughter to wear a hat ever. And for some protection, I do think that is key. So they're out there on the playground. He's in his hat.
He's in his giant hat giving people paper cuts that he walks by.
I love that he has that flair.
So, but anyway, I'm like, I anticipate, and I'll be interested to see if I was right. I anticipate that someone's going to bully him for sure. Someone's going to say something to him. So I basically just front loaded it by being like, if someone's jealous, they might. So, you know, they probably just won't. It's probably because they don't have such a big hat, which is not really true. But anyway.
How do you think he would handle it? Do you think he would cry? Do you think he would be upset?
No, he's been bullied before. And by bullying, it's like everything under the umbrella of someone making you feel bad about who you are. So his hair has been, as we know, if you listen to the pod, a whole thing. So I think the conversations we're having are similar to like what you were doing with your daughter, is just like, you have the conversation around people that make you feel uncomfortable are oftentimes it's like, are you okay? Are you okay? That's like great. Just like always having "are you okay" is in your pocket is great.
Yeah, I love it.
And then also, if you listen to last week's episode, mix in a little, I hope you never meet someone like you.
That surprisingly was not on the list. That cuts a little too hard.
That is too hard for kids.
I do like it though.
That'll put your nemesis straight into the insane asylum. Speaking of keeping kids out of the insane asylum, I had something I wanted to chat about, which is, you know, whenever there's like, I come across like a Harvard study, I'm like, Harvard's smart, right? If they're doing a study, they're putting money into it. We might as well talk about what they found. So basically, the study, it followed in 1952. Harvard researchers tracked students for 35 years, and then they matched their answers about parental warmth against their medical records. Do you want to know what they found?
Whoa, what?
They found that cold parents, people that had cold parents, 91% of them had serious illness by midlife. 91%. Hypertension, ulcers, addiction, heart disease.
Wait, you and I have cold parents.
Oh, God. Are we fucked? I had cold. I think, okay, so first of all, my mom would not identify as cold.
Right.
But when I measure her temperature, found some aspects to be cold. But we do, it's European style. But you know what else? Did we feel love from them? Look, I want to glaze over this just in case my
Yes.
mom's looped into this episode.
Yes, we felt love from them.
I do know my mom did listen to the first episode and said that I got off track. So I don't know if she's listening.
Oh, she's listening.
You think?
Probably.
Okay.
I will say I'm reading this book. It was recommended by my therapist, Parenting from the Inside Out. And it's really about like healing your own wounds and, what's your attachment style, like that you were raised in, and trying to, get to a better one for your child. But one of the things, and I forget the name of it, but there's a name for nonverbal communication that makes you a little closer. And they would suggest things like, even if before bed you're both just brushing the dog together, like doing things together that aren't saying I love you necessarily, or like sometimes, I told my kid a long time ago, I'm like, if I squeeze you 2 times, that means I love you.
Oh, that's good.
So just like having these little secret things or these little private moments that are like you're together and you're loving and you're just being together, and it's like nonverbal.
I love that.
That was one of the suggestions that the book made, and it has a word, but someone smarter than me. I mean, the book is kind of hard to read. It's very much like written for a therapist to, it's like
you lost me at book.
But I was like, oh, I am trying to do some of that, and then I was like, oh, I don't remember much of that. As it's almost like
of
a
course.
wink.
Yeah.
It's just like being together,
I love someone like an Amelia Bedelia listener listening and like getting a dog just so that she can brush the dog with her daughter before bed.
But it can be anything, it's just like you're just doing something together.
You can brush your American Girl doll while saying to each other, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Okay, so here's what the study is sort of like suggesting. So warm parents, only 45% experienced the same outcomes. So warm or cold, you're going to have potential ulcers and addiction, but 91% versus 45% to warm parents. So the hard truth that they're saying is that you can love your child like crazy and they can still grow up feeling unloved. And they're suggesting that you follow these tips to connect. They're saying 9 minutes of real conversation can completely alter their feeling of warmth or coldness. So in these 9 minutes of conversation, which by the way, it always feels so loser to be like, remember to have 9 minutes of conversation with your
why not 10?
Yeah, why not like every moment from when you pick them up to put them to bed? Because that's what it feels like. It's like, anyways, so basically, I guess they're saying like, make sure to have focused conversation that is not about like how I don't know, whatever the bad thing is, but one question that they're telling you to say is like, when was the last time you felt lonely? Most parents ask about grades, homeworks, and dinner. Here are 7 questions that can change everything. What's something I say that hurts you? Bitch. You could end it with bitch. You ungrateful bitch. And another one would be, last time you felt lonely. What do you love about me? I like that question. I'm going to focus on 9 minutes of that.
That's cool. I like that one.
If you could change one thing about our relationship, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
The questions about what your kid hides, like what are you scared of, but you haven't told me? What's the hardest thing about me? What have you want to talk about, but didn't know how to start? And don't explain yourself from whatever they say. Don't promise a change. Just say thank you, and I'll think about that. So anyway, it's from Harvard. Maybe just take a few of those questions and stop giving your kid a heart attack.
I know, it's so hard for me. I really try to like expand the time from when I pick her up to when I ask her, how was school? What happened? Who's your new desk partner? Is that person still bothering you? Blah, blah. It's like,
I only want to talk shit to him. Like, so is that little bitch still a little bitch? Yeah. No, I know who you like, but what about that guy that farts all the time?
I know. So it is a challenge, but it's about our restraint too.
Of course. I know that probably I'm like the like gossipy part of me damages him, but I'm trying to hide the bad parts of myself. I'm not an idiot. I'm obviously masking the dark side as much as I can. But anyway, Natasha, are you okay? And is our next listener okay? Because they have a question that would suggest they might not be okay. Let's load up our question of the week. If you have a question, please go to our Instagram, Good Enough PCast. You know there's that @ symbol in front of it. I don't have to tell you. You're cool. You know how Instagram works. And click on the link in our bio. We love to answer your questions because it feels good to have zero authority, but act very sort of certain of how to guide you.
Let's hear it.
How do you talk to your child about an absentee parent? 1 minute that parent is engaging, present, wants to be involved, and then the next minute they ghost their child.
I feel like our listener ran into a closet to be like, I gotta quickly ask this question. I mean, first of all, I'm sorry that you are dealing with an absentee parent. That fucking sucks. Like I told all of you a few weeks ago, being a lesbian is foolproof, zero problems, aside from Mother's Day. But what do you think, Natasha? How do you deal with an absentee parent?
I mean, my approach would probably be trying to deal with that parent too, and saying like, I really need you to be there when you say you're going to be there, like really trying to handle it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, I haven't had to deal with this. I mean, I dealt with it growing up because my dad was kind of absentee, but it sounds really hard. I mean, I guess what I would try to do is not promise things and not tell them anything. So anything, in terms of like whether or not something's happening, like they're picking you up Friday.
Looking back, when you think about your relationship with your father and the ways that he didn't show up, is there some sort of framework that your mother could have shifted that would have made you feel more okay about it?
Well, my situation was one that happened a lot in the 80s, which is, shit talking the parent. And rightly so. My dad was abusive. Like, I get it. But, it kind of made me automatically not like him. And like, so when he came to pick us up, we would all hide and we didn't want to go with him.
Yeah.
So it was, and I'm sure that was hard for him too, but
I'm on your side and your mom's side. I don't care how hard it was for him that his kids were fucking hiding from him because he was abusive.
Right. I mean, he wasn't abusive towards us, but he was abusive towards her, and we witnessed that. So, that situation is unique in its own way because, yeah, I get it. What is she supposed to say? Your dad's a really good guy.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he turned out being a great grandpa, and he was able to grow. These guys getting married at 23 in the 70s and 80s. I mean, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. I'm not making excuses for it. And he was just doing what he saw his dad do.
I had a friend that had a similar situation, and they were not together, but she basically got pregnant by a guy that never really was committed to the pregnancy. He just was sort of like a tourist to the experience. And then I think because of because of that, it is like actually the good thing to do would be to be like, oh, I want to have a relationship with this kid. They ended up having this like sort of half-life kind of like father-kid relationship, but there was nothing to count on there. And I feel like our experience of like being two women that needed a donor, knew that we wanted a known donor, and knew that we wanted that donor to be a part of our kids' lives, but also knew that there was no expectation because we had just met our donor, and like there, whatever will be, will be. I think one thing to embed in the like ethos of your family with your daughter is like, we are the core family. If this is similar, if it's like, you're married to a guy that you need couples therapy and you need to figure it out, and he's actually got it in him to be a good parent, then that's one thing. But this idea of someone that drifts in, drifts out, and can't be counted on, why not be the one that like claims that for family formation and say, we are the family unit. You, to your child, you are my dream. And when I got pregnant with you, or however you came into my life, that was like this big shift in my life where all of a sudden my dream came true. Now, your father, your biological father, he is living a whole other life with other dreams, but that's of no concern to us. It's us against the world. And when he shows up, we get to decide, are we going to accept him in or not? We don't have to say yes. It's us. It's us against the world. And he was this amazing force that gave light to this dream, but by no means is he a part of like what makes this dream alive and active and so magic. This is us. Like he kind of like lit the match, but like we're the fire. And like framing it with like ownership so that your kid doesn't have to have this kind of like wistful longing for this person that will never actually satisfy the like Disney dream of what a father should be.
Sabrina, how can you say you don't know what you're talking about?
Oh, please. What do you mean?
That is really good advice.
Okay.
Okay.
That's your opinion.
Right back at you, girl.
Oh, please. Did we do it? Did we do another good enough?
I think we did. I think it was good.
I love you dearly. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Happy Mother's Day this week, you know? This week, Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Every episode of this podcast is a Happy Mother's Day. And please like, follow, and subscribe. Tell your friends that there's a cool parenting podcast out there. Shave your head. Kiss a woman.
Well, Sabrina, I hope you never meet anyone like you.
And you. Goodbye.
Bye.